Thanks for stopping by. My name is Brandon, and today's video is credit repair, the truth. And I'm gonna give you some tips that you can use, some resources that you can use to help repair your credit. First thing I want to talk about is lately here, if you've been following LexisNexis, well, not Lexis, but Lexington Law Firm or Credit or Repair, they are being sued by the CFPB, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, because they have been promising people to get these results and they haven't gotten them. Well, in this video, I'm gonna give you some tips and some tools and some resources that you can use to help you so you don't have to come out of pocket and pay these expensive credit repair companies, and you can do it yourself. Number one, the first thing you need to do is get a copy of your credit report. You can do this by going to annualfreecreditreport.com. You don't want to use Credit Karma because Credit Karma is not accurate at all. You know, your score might be a 620, but Credit Karma say it's a 530. You know, so stay away from Credit Karma. You want to stay away from disputing online with these credit bureaus, because all it'll do is just waive your rights. And while we're speaking of rights, let me tell you, up under 15 USC 1681, you have rights. According to the law, believe it or not, and I know no one has ever probably told you this, but in order for the credit bureau to even put anything on your credit report, you must have written instructions. I'm gonna put it in the link below. And a lot of people don't know this. This is why a lot of people have credit be ruined, and as well as bankruptcies. When you go to the bankruptcy court, or you call the bankruptcy court and you ask them, do they report to the credit bureau? They'll be the first to tell you, no, we don't report to no credit bureau. Only thing you have to do is go down to your city government, get the piece of paper that say, hey, we don't report to the credit bureau, send it back to the credit bureau, and guess what? They have to take that off of your record. And if they don't, I would say set up an account, contact the Financial Protection Bureau, and you know, in 14 days it'll get removed because they can't put nothing on your credit report. And another thing is that, you know, take your time out of your week, your day, and pick up the Fair Credit Reporting Act book. You could get it online for free through their website, or you can pay and get it on Amazon. It's like $34, but it is well worth the investment before you get out here and you know, spend, you know, $500, $2,000, $3,000 with someone to repair your credit that, you know, ain't gonna get you results fast. Credit repair takes time, and you know, it might take longer than you think, but long as you stay at it and use these credit laws, the same laws that lawyers and the credit bureaus and everybody else use to repair your credit and other people's credit, you can use it to your advantage, and it can be quite empowering. And number two, if you got cards, stuff like credit cards and stuff, you know, pay them all the way off every month and just use them to pay other bills with. Why do I say that? Because while you're in the credit repair process and you keep boosting your score by paying off your bills and keeping your cards up, it's going to increase your score, and it'll help even more in your credit repair process because you're paying your bills and you're removing this negative information. And once the negative information goes off, you might see a 5 to 15 point bump. You know, I know there's a lot of people out here making these claims that you will see 50-point increase, 100% increase. Well, the only way to get 50 points or better increase is to increase your trade lines that you already have. We already know 35% is payment history, 30% is the length. So you want to focus on these two categories. So whatever credit card that you've had the longest, you know, you keep that up to date, and whichever the one that you got the youngest, transfer the balance over. That's one way that you can help increase your credit score. You know, I'm just trying to give you some simple tips and techniques here to help you out within the next 30, 45 days, because credit repair can take a long time. It could take 3 or 4 months. You have to keep going back and forth with the bureaus, and then if the bureaus are not giving you the result you said, then you take it to the CFPB. Now the CFPB, they going to make sure that in the next 30 days that you get some type of response or get that said item removed off of your credit report. And if that doesn't work at the end of 30 days, it's 2 more options you have. And that is contact your Secretary of State of Attorney General. You can go online and file a dispute with them. Contact the Better Business Bureau. These are 3 people that you have on your team. You have the Consumer Protection Bureau. You have the Better Business Bureau. You have your Attorney General's office that you can turn to file what is called as a complaint. But they're going to do an investigation. And while we talking about investigations, why these credit reporting companies say they investigated and it came back verified, under the Credit Reporting Act, when they do an investigation, by law, they are supposed to go and talk to your friends, your families, and people that live around you. But see, nobody knows this because, no one has ever told you, and it ain't your fault. And for a long time, I was in the dark about it too. But when I found out, I figured I'd make this video and let you all know, because I know it's a lot of you out there and you want to live better financial lives. You want to be able to, live in peace, possibly start some businesses, and you want to, have a good reputable credit profile, because I don't care how many of these people out here tell you that, you can get $250,000 in business credit, even if you got bad credit. Look, one time or another, somebody's going to want to look at your credit just to see, just to pull it, do a soft pull to see where you at before they even make a determining factor if they can give you some money or not. And, don't believe some of these people on here that it take a whole lot of money to start a business, when in all actuality, if you could get a line of credit for about $50,000, that could help you go a long way. I mean, with half of that, you could do a year worth of advertising, and with the other, you could do the things that you need to do in your business. But back to this credit repair. Credit repair takes a great while, and as long as you stay at it, you can succeed, and you'll see your score go up 1 minute and down the next, because that's just how credit repair works. And you have to make sure that before you start credit repair, get a copy of, go to somewhere like Identity IQ and your credit report, where you can have all your credit reports side by side. The important thing to look for is the date open and the date that it was closed. And guess what? They're supposed to be matching all together across all 3 bureaus. If they don't, that's a discrepancy. And a discrepancy means that the credit bureaus are violating you, and you should file a dispute. I don't care if you have to file 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 disputes. You keep on fighting so that you can get the credit that you deserve. And with that being said, I'm out. I'll be dropping more credit repair videos in the next couple of days. If you like the content, share, subscribe. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. But the Fair Credit Reporting Act is on your side. You too can have good credit. It took me a while. I know it'll take you a while, because I know some of you out there, you want to buy homes, you want to get HELOCs, and you may not have all the money to pay someone to repair your credit. Well, follow this channel. I'm going to give you financial tips, credit repair tips, and the best way to go about starting up a business, whether it be online or offline. And thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Subscribe.